I'm Dr. Christy Sutton at Dallas Chiropractic and Kinesiology, and I want to tell you to not get breast implants. Do not make the same mistake that I made. These are the breast implants that were taken out of me. I had these put in when I was in my 20s. It was one of the worst mistakes of my life. I had serious nerve damage and pain, and it went on for years and years and never got properly diagnosed, because what I have found is that the side effects of breast implants are simply not taken seriously by the medical community and are not diagnosed and treated like they should. So please avoid these things. They are not worth it. Breasts turn from an asset to a liability as with age. And please just love your body, take care of your body. Don't put these things in you.
So we're taking a break from the BBLs and going into breast implants because there are so many women who are regretting getting their girls done, okay? And specifically, I've noticed a trend is that they got them in their 20s. It was all fun and dandy. And then as they got a little bit more seasoned, I like to say you get seasoned like fine wine. You get better with time. But anyway, as they got more seasoned, they realized that they made a mistake. So this is going to be a bunch of women talking about why they regret getting their girlies done, especially in their 20s. So hopefully this can give you more insight if you are deciding to get your girls done or whatever. So you have more, women that are talking about it, and perhaps it'll inspire you to not do it. I'm huge into, the natural beauty type thing, but I'm also biased.
I'm removing my breast implants in 1 month, and here are all the reasons why. Let's rewind all the way back to 2015. I got silicone implants, high profile, 533 cc's, which is like a massive implant. I was in so much pain after surgery just because they were so big for my body. And I had no clue when I got implants that they can cause like autoimmune diseases and that they're made up of like over 40 carcinogenic and toxic chemicals. I wasn't told any of this. I feel like I was just like not informed by my doctor about any of these risks or anything. Recently, I've had so many symptoms of breast implant illness. For so many years, I didn't have any symptoms. I was fine. Or I thought I was fine. But then like in hindsight, looking back, all the symptoms I've had over time with like normal exams from like specialist doctors really just points to breast implant illness. I kept having these like scary episodes of like near fainting episodes. Like some of my symptoms were dizziness, near fainting episodes, lightheadedness, blurred vision, tingling in my extremities, pain on one side, just like all these random systemic symptoms, also like slightly elevated autoimmune panels. So I'm not playing around here. Like I'm not trying to get an autoimmune disease. I'm now on my 10th year. You are told to replace them after 10 years or whatever. In my case, I'm just removing them. I'm going to Dr. Rinkin in Florida. He's like one of the top 5 or top 10 doctors in the country. He's so good. I'm really excited for surgery. I also like kind of forgot what I look like before implants. Like I have pictures and stuff, obviously, but I just don't really remember what it feels like, what I look like. But I'm like super excited for this journey. And my main reason for doing it is because my health matters more than anything in this entire world. Like there's nothing that matters more than health. There's nothing, because if you don't have health, you have nothing. And listen, I know some of you are going to say, well, you could always switch to saline. Guys, they're just as bad. The shell is made of silicone on saline and silicone implants. So saline and silicone, it makes no difference. The shell is still silicone. I will be going from a triple D to a B cup. And I'm actually kind of excited for that. They're like so heavy. They're 5, I think they're 2.5 pounds each. That's 5 pounds on my lungs, 5 pounds on my spine and my neck. I kind of like feel like it's literally going to be a weight lifted off my shoulders. I want them out, and I can't wait to take you guys on this journey with me. So stay tuned.
And especially when you're younger, you always think like, you kind of feel like you're invincible. Like this bad thing will never happen to me, or this will never happen to me. This happened to them. It won't be me. But the reality is that it can absolutely be you, So I think it's just important that we get these stories out there so that the next generation coming around in their 20s or whatever can see like there are downsides to these surgeries. There are downsides. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with how you look. you know, and I'm not telling you not to do it, because you're grown, you live your life, but perhaps put a little bit more perspective into what you're doing and listen to some people who have already done it, because, you know, they would know. They would know.
Okay, I don't want to just be crying coming on here, but I just got home from my second explant consultation and I need to talk about this because it's not talked about enough. The reality of getting an explant and how much it sucks. Like, going through this process, I have a lot of peace, but I also just am confronting a lot of different things and realizing the repercussions of getting implants and now that they don't align. So whether you're getting them out for health or they just don't align, you don't want plastic in you, whatever your reasoning, like, I wish that it was talked about more, the repercussions of getting implants. Prior, I was a small A going in, and now I'm a D. They're never going to look the same. They're never going to look the same. And I'm realizing that more and more. And I was really excited to, like, get back to me. But in actuality, I'm never going to get back to me. And that's, like, a really hard pill to swallow. Okay. I feel like there's just so many girls, young girls, too, that are going and getting implants. And when your brain is that young, you're not fully thinking about everything and long term and when you want kids and these different things. And I think I was like 24, 25 when I got my implants. And soon after, my brain developed. The frontal lobe developed, and I realized, wow, yeah, I'm definitely getting these out. Now, not even being 3 years with them and going through the explant consultation and process, I regret it. And I hate saying that word, but I do. And if I could help any young girls or any girls thinking about it, of just like taking some time and thinking through it, I really want to do that. You know, I'm partly crashing out right now, but I also want to show the vulnerability and the emotions that come with getting an explant. It's way harder than getting implants. I promise you, getting an explant the pre-process is a lot harder. Actual healing and everything else, I hear, is a lot easier, and that's what I'm expecting. But the emotions of digesting all of this is a lot harder. BII is becoming increasingly common. Like, it can't be disputed that these implants are causing illness. And although I'm not really experiencing much of that, it's harder for me to take a deep breath. I've realized that. But I can guess that once I get them out, I'm going to realize so many different things because I take extremely good care of myself. And I likely could feel a lot better than I do right now. My consultation did go really well. It was just like jarring to hear that they're not going to look the same and that there's going to be some after effects that other people can even see, which is insane. And I'm not going to talk about specifics because I don't want to scare anybody and I don't even know if it's true, so I'm not going to just like put that out. But I did really, 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 really like this doctor. I've had 2 consultations, like I said, so far, so I'm excited to have more and just get more information, but just insane how I think about things now versus when I was getting my implants, and I wish I would have just waited because I would have never gotten them. You know, as I've grown and healed and I learned to love my body more and more for who I actually am, I would have never needed implants to make me feel more feminine or more worthy or more whatever. Like, I wouldn't have ever needed them. It's a little bit frustrating, but I'm just trying to stay positive even if this video doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated as much as possible through this process to help other people that are either going through this, thinking about implants, just the different things. Okay, that's it. Sorry for the dreary video. Love you guys.
I hate to see people crying on the internet, and not because I'm some hard A who's like, oh my gosh, you're crying on the internet. It's sad, because if you're at the point where you're crying online to strangers, you're down bad, bro. You're down bad. But anyway, feel bad for this lady. I'm wishing her the best, wishing all of you guys the best. This next video is long AF, so I'm going to end it here for me. Like this video, comment below, let me know if you have any surgery regret or if you know somebody that regrets their surgery, because I think it's very important that we open up this dialogue, have these conversations, because you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And like, in hindsight, for perhaps the doctors do tell you the side effects, but they're never going to like really paint the picture to you because that's how they get paid. They get paid from doing surgeries and things. So why would they try to convince you not to get it unless it's something like super, super crazy and you have a whole bunch of scar tissue? So I just think it's very important that you weigh the pros and cons. And, I would say don't do it, but that's just me. Unless you absolutely need it, maybe don't do it.
As a Christian person who has their girls done, I want to talk about my opinion and if I would do it again if I went back in time when I got them done. Thinking about making this video for a while, but I just like never put pen and paper together to like collect my thoughts and still haven't. But for some reason I have been really seeing it as like a hot topic again. 31 now, gonna be 32 in July. I got them when I was 21 years old, okay? A lot of things to unpack real quick. But if I knew everything that I knew now and everything I was going to feel and go through and all the development I was going to have, if I knew that stuff when the decision came to get them done, I would not have gotten them. So I just want to like put that out there first. And that's crazy because for most of my 20s, I used to tell people that they were literally like the best decision ever and like 1000% worth the price, and I would have paid like 3 times as much. But now that I'm in my 30s and now that I have gotten like I've found Jesus and gotten so much closer to God, and I actually read my Bible now like every single day, and I've just learned so much. And I've also just, my frontal lobe completely developed also, and I've fell in love with myself, as you will. So my first point is I'm also more of an all-natural person now. There's something foreign in my body, okay? There's a huge chance that that's going to cause you some immune problems. I am lucky I haven't run into any of those, okay? But a lot of people have, and they've had to get them out, or maybe thought that that was the cause of their problem, so they got them out for that reason, okay? That's one. Two, I genuinely, now that I have found Jesus and have grown so much stronger in my faith, I feel horrible about them all the time. Genuinely feel horrible about them. Just for God. Like, I think that God is probably mad at me for them, and I might go to hell just for that. Sole fact is that I could not love the way that God made me enough that I felt like I needed to go and put a foreign object in my freaking body to make myself feel better. But the only thing that did was make me more worldly. It did not make me more godly. It really made me more accepted by the world's standards, which I don't want to be. So forget that, okay? I'm so over that. I don't know, literally I have stopped doing so many things. Eyelash extensions, my nails, like my hair extensions, like so many things, because I'm like, those are all worldly things that make you more accepted. I don't care about that. But I am terrified because again, I'm like trying to be super low tox now and like not use bad ingredients, products, stuff like that. I'm terrified, one, of doctors. I don't know, the whole like medical industry. I'm not about it at all. Literally not about it. I'm so all natural and think our bodies, and it's in the Bible, our bodies are literally made to heal themselves. Okay, so anti any of that, me. So I'm terrified to, one, go back under anesthesia and get them removed. I feel like I'm going to eventually, but at this point I'm just like terrified to do it. Work up to that. I will be getting them removed eventually though. Like, I'm not about them. I don't want them. And also, I know this sounds crazy, so this might be like point 3 for my single girlies who also love Jesus. I really don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I'm 31 and I'm still single. I'm a really nice person, and I am godly and super genuine and hardworking, but I think that these deter people, maybe good people, and I think that they make people get an impression of me that is not true, at least anymore. Okay, so like I think that they get an impression that I am more worldly of a girl and less godly of a girl. And I don't even really like to like show them off very much, but because they are the way they are, like literally even in take, I have it up here, there's still a lot of boob. It's very full no matter what you wear. Like, so just a lot of things like that. So I'm a little worried that maybe the man that God created for me, maybe saw me at some point and was like, she just I wasn't his girl. I wasn't the girl that God created for him anymore because I went and used my free will and changed me. I could be totally wrong, whatever. Lastly, I think it came from like an insecurity of obviously going through high school and having very, very small breastises, okay? I was like maybe a larger A, okay, but still small, okay? But I think that's where the way my body was supposed to be shaped and look. And I feel like now everything is over sexualized that I wear. I could put on the same outfit as another girl. It's over sexualized because I have fake ones. And they're just more prominent, more lifted. They just don't look the same. And personally, even now, I like the look of smaller boobs. I don't think I'm supposed to say that word on the internet, but smaller ones, okay? I think they look so much more dainty and just pretty and natural. You know, like, I don't know where this standard came from that we need to have big ones. It had to come from men because women don't give a crap. And the only reason we have them is to breastfeed our children. So, like, it doesn't matter what size they are. 1000% I can say with full conviction that I have been feeling horrible about them for at least a year now. I definitely don't think that God is happy with me about them and having them. And if I could go back in time and make the decision again, I would like knowing everything I know now and feeling everything I have, I would 1000% not get them. So if any of those things helped you make your decision, I'm so glad. If you have any questions or want to talk about it, my inbox is always open, or feel free to chat with me in the comments as someone who has literally had them for 11 years now, or 10 years now. Let's talk about it before you get them, please. Let's do it, because if it's coming from an insecurity, don't do it. You'll get past it, trust me. If it's coming from a past relationship or a relationship you're in and he's not making you feel like enough compared to other girls, don't do it. Literally just leave him. If it's coming from a worldly standard, don't freaking do it. Find Jesus, okay? Literally don't, because you'll fall in love with yourself, because you were literally created in the image of Jesus, okay? Oh, your clothes don't fit? My clothes don't fit. Let me riddle you that one. Oh my gosh, I want to fit in my clothes. I hear that one a lot. I just want to fill out my clothes. Girl, you're so wrong. Clothes were not made for this. Literally, bras weren't made for this. Bathing suit, like, none of it was made for this. Are you kidding me? Sports bras? Pretty much impossible, okay? You have to, like, get a bra that's made for a smaller waist because your waist didn't get bigger like it normally would if you needed a bigger cup size. So it's like so hard. You're gonna be overflowing in everything. So, oh my gosh, if you come at me with the, I just wanna fill out my clothes, no. Because clothes were not made for fake girlies, trust me. And if you're praying about it and in your head you're hearing that like it's okay from God or that you should do it, it's not God. It's not God, okay? Read scripture, read the word. If God is telling you it's okay, it's not God, okay? That's, God would never say that. I love you guys, and I'm saying all of this with love and just from experience and regret.